brush and find your life in the weather. You can hide the shades of your life's manipulation. How vibrant it seems when they all know she looked inside the mirror and seen with the person she was. I do say I love you without even saying it, 'cause I know I don't have to feel it. I need to do it and say actions that speak louder than words. And sometimes you found me what you handed too hard enough, hard enough to take from the blood, and hell it would find hard. Stickers don't let break the bones, tell the words will never hurt my break up my heart. But I say you continue to fill my lungs with secondhand smoke. Or it was the way that you burn down the house and I am not the witch. Your words are bad, the words are falling on deaf ears to the blues of your own serve the blind. And maybe that abuse that was harder to be hard to be, too hard to be, too harder to consider myself abused. That consider, but maybe the punching bad to be was felt for the heartbroken within the harsh hash. Maybe the symptom for the child you can find yourself to pretend like a plant growing up inside of the garden for the turn to get smoke into oxygen. Nothing needed for the disability nutrients provided me to getting through another day. So I can respect myself more for the knowing that I love. Take on to the place of the feeling of this house. Take up with the ready for the accepting for the impact and impact for the whether it was to give it the consider, but for that you could live inside the solitude for the place of me to begin. I ain't no one else and living to the life and insulting yourself for the guys of the teasing for the like stay for this and not for the don't and the realization of it, but you can't have it, but again I try. I try, but maybe I guess I'm not for the spies and the wearing that mask can be you can see without even wearing it. You can hear it, feel the energy if you want it, you look inside you inside yourself. Anything was easy at all. As easy as my heart. You say I love you to believe every word we whisper.
Color with the love that you can. The shade of a black. Color with the love that you can ever find. Maybe you were spattered all over what campus. You can run into the dark past for the running of the painting of the brush and find your life in the weather. You can have the shades of your life's manipulation. I'm not for the spies and the wearing that mask can be, but you can see it without even wearing it. You can hear it and feel the energy if you only look inside yourself.
What's to say anything was easy at all? As easy as my heart. Could say I love you to believe every word, for the whispering I'm sorry, for the heart for just a broken apart, for the sweeping and cleaning up of everything but the I'm old man but not a dustpan. Okay that we can make mistakes and sometimes we lead the ashtray. For those the wrong turns we make mistakes made. For these lessons learned after learning the lessons I'm finally free. Free for the feeling for the physical, okay? Or maybe the lesson I finally feeling the funny.
have the drops of rain. Thousands of drops, maybe the pain for the worst of this change, so that we can finally keep the people away from the over the upthrust. We are the people inside of the civilization that come from the over the making mistakes. We have the increases inside of ourselves that come in for them. We are the thousand drops of rain. We are the rainbow that came out to it. We are the thousands of words we exchange for the vein, for the keep the people away, for the tulip, for the blossom from it, for the wood we are broken and white. Your tears away. I've been thinking. That's the day for the intern, for the inside the room, the founding of the memory, for the days you spent inside of that, for the bringing the person that you can find to cry. Right. Relationships and maybe the relaxing memory what you found of, and maybe they're able to make that for the hounding of me now, for the creating of a distance between us, and maybe I left you for the this with the less and the less inside of that room for the crying alone. Your sobs and pain cannot help you, but I had to try my best for the how I found that love inside of that room. I'm getting nefarious, but it was a place not anymore for the sign yourself, for the you, for the telling it, what you can care about, for the dark stars, and what you can heal when I say the information, what cannot be destroyed. Your scar for the room, for the ever be there, for the always and now you will have that to started the hunting, or maybe because you started to love those scars. They were started to look good, and for the concrete, the monster, and how can I hate that when you look at me for the analyzing what you find in every breath, for the heart bleeds and you cling to your thoughts, and maybe the good and emotions you can terrorize and shove yourself inside of that, for the how you can explain the downgrade, my hope inside the instead for the whole again, for the sucking me dry, for the weather you can find the drug again, for the watching me die. I be trusting the hope and the faith, for the little promise that we had to do, not to break it, but to find the challenge for the effort, the scary sight, you can be the word in one bit. This is the day gone past. This is forever to watch it collapse. This is the strength that I felt for the long time ago, that wouldn't find a scream for the ever, the relationship that will grow for the feeling of what you can never end for that, just to be the wake up hollow for the remember what you can find a breaking of a river, that you can be that all that for the kids and therefore for the mother, for the death, for what the cause. Maybe my heart is bad for their life, for the distant, I don't want no more for the die, for the distance, opposed to the life, for this and the days of the positive words of the kiss, and maybe the bringing me to the tears and crutch. Strong for that, for the eye, for the eye, the sword, for the eye was black. Black eyed pieces telling me something you don't want to eat, for the liver was so broken I can barely crawl, for the risks of the rehab, so I'll save with the lies of pain, for the back, for the pack, for the going, for the switchblades and knives, and maybe all the line. I can end up still being right here for the untruth in life. You'll be one for the man, for the truth that understand, for the rock with the amazing person that knows me, watch the garden grow, for you that never grow up without. Maybe they was for the worst and they was to thrive without yourself, for the lover that be the heal, to be the rest, for the I cannot feel when we can never understand the twist and beautiful thing that was wrong. Cutting through the skin, it was nothing, the suicidal song. Hung on the high notes and no wonder why that romance in the world changed. Your beautiful paradise, no wonder why I can vitamins and only divide them in you, for the wondering of you, for the going to who, maybe it was the wondering of what you could find a favorite place to enjoy, visiting inside of that hug, and maybe you find a dictation with the addiction for the order address, and the wondering why you need friends and the love you get addicted to, for the becoming a friend, but the I think it'll never be anything but the wonder for the expectation was beautiful. You not to the wonder for coming out of your paradise in the land and all that to the real world. It's not a place on MTV or acronym. It is a true purpose that you can find with the terrified in itself, until you can be all that, the emotion you can let it go of it. Let it go of what the dead that spread and pulse that, for the knowing bit with any spell, for the layers of the meaning of the words and the screaming of the mic to get it up, and maybe it was the lifting of the words and lifting not to the dark, but the silence to cling to the space of the mess, and it was all thing for the hell you can fail to trace your guarding for the yourself and hanging up with the nail to the over and making the attack a point and ripping me apart the area for the people that it was the earthly idle state of mind. That constant is drifting away for the iceberg to melt, for the passing of distances, and maybe the show me the normal is not actually normal enough that we apart for the starting to have that. It was that. For the secret, for the starting to feel invisible, for the line of limits, for the ever closed night, for the before you can smile with the reaching eyes, and your heart is not open anymore, for the I can accept what you are, a mirror, human and not yourself for the mirror. Not for that before anymore, we can start again, for now for laughing. It gets better eventually, time for healing. Say no to the scars, and maybe that for the straight for the stars. You can paint that for the canvas, and maybe it was vibrant enough for the various shades. Little know that I for know my love is
for the pondering.
But who's that? Maybe it was for the pondering. Or the barring on the grounds that it's common enough for the view to be finding with the education for the different with and not have a different language. So you say, your education for the you. Give you the executing the difference in the letters, and if you gather a million Milwaukee bucks in the pondering, your MC on a donation to McDonald's and Ducks. That shot the sheriff reported the first deputy to make that weight. Your feather meat for the rib. Kindness to mention the tension view of the beef and animosity heaps that help the yoke. The darkness of the dark kneecaps of the Negroes who pray before eating the children. Future they rendered enough for the St. Nicholas. Jack Nicholson the jacket to jacket back to the Jeffersons. The cornbread that was boxed inside of the color of the enslaved packages. Knowing the ages were back, packed in the ingredients of the lineage shadows. Your pupils black-eyed peas and these lentils. Rush to roll the fabrication of the immature materialistic for the healing, for the holistic reminders of the remedies and the remorseful, for the enforcer to be easily in. Or whatever you can find for that division, and not the address, for not the address and the salutations and the croutons, and maybe the batter for the salad, for the salad of meditation, and maybe the meditators and the maybe the mediators, for the middle of the Middle East and the miles of gray matter. You will find no signs of rather either or maybe the pot to piss in. You would lie to gravitate for the grounds, not to fly, but goose on the ground. So this would be the education for the different way to say the leaps without you making a million Milwaukee bucks. You lying those ducks that got shot. The sheriff reported for the first deputy to take away for the feather meat and beef that you can find the tensions with the animosity that heaps of help. Yelp the reviews, to reveal, to unveil, for the evil to be stilled upon the beast stove without the social lights and those dark kneecaps in the darkness of Negroes who pray before eating their prey. Packed in the ingredients of your lenient shadows of the peoples of black-eyed peas and maybe the lentils and brushing to roll the fabrication, the materialistic to the healing and the holistic reminders and the remedies of remorseful. Yo, enforced to be easily enforced. For the pondering, or the barring on the grounds that it's common enough for the view to be fine, and education for the different with and not have a different language. And you say, your education for you. Give you the executing the difference in the letters and make you the pondering, your MC on a donation to McDonald's and Ducks. That shot the sheriff reported the first deputy to make that weight. Your feather meat for the ribs. Condiments to mention the tension of the beef and animosity heaps of that help the yelp. The darkness of the dark kneecaps of the Negroes who pray before eating the children. Future they rendered enough for the St. Nicholas. Jack Nicholson the jacket to jacket back to the Jeffersons. The cornbread that was boxed inside of the color of enslaved packages. Knowing the ages were back, packed in the ingredients of the lineage shadows. Your pupils black-eyed peas and these lentils. Rush to roll the fabrication of the immature materialistic for the healing, for the holistic reminders and the remedies and the remorseful, for the enforcer to be easily in. Whatever you can find for that division, and not the address, for not the address and the salutations and the croutons, and maybe the batter for the salad, for the salad of meditation, and maybe the meditators and the maybe the mediators, for the middle of the Middle East and the miles of gray matter. You will find no signs of who's that? Maybe it was for the pond. But who's that? Maybe it was for the pond. But who's that? Maybe it was for the pond. But who's that? Maybe it was for the pondering. Or the barring on the grounds that it's common enough for the you be finding with an education for the different with and not have a different language. So you say, your education for you. Could be the executing the difference in the letters, and if you gather a million Milwaukee bucks in the pondering, your MC on a donation to McDonald's and Ducks. Last shot, the sheriff reported the first deputy to make that weight. Your feather meat for the ribs. Condiments that mention the tension be other beef and animosity heaps of that help they yelp. The darkness of the dark kneecaps of the Negroes who pray before eating the children. Future they rendering enough for the St. Nicholas. Jack Nicholson the jacket to jacket back to the Jeffersons. The cornbread that was boxed inside of the color of enslaved packages. Knowing the ages were back, packed in the ingredients of the lineage shadows. Your pupils black-eyed peas and these lentils. Rush to roll the fabrication of the immature materialistic for the healing for the holistic. Reminders of the remedies and the remorseful for the enforcer to be easily enforcer in. For whatever you can find for that division and not the address for not the addressing the salutations and the croutons and maybe the battle for the salad for the salad of meditation and maybe the meditators and maybe the mediators for the middle of the Middle East and the miles of gray matter. You will find no signs of rather either or maybe the pot to piss in. You would lie to gravitate for the grounds, not to fly, but goes common ground. So this would be the education for the different way to say the language without you making a million Milwaukee bucks. You lying those ducks that got shot, but the sheriff reported for the first deputy to take away for the feather meat and beef that you can find the tensions with the animosity that heaps of help. Yoke the reviews to reveal to unveil for the evil to be stilled upon the beast stove without the social lights and those dark kneecaps in the darkness of Negroes who pray before eating their prey. Packed in the ingredients of your lenient shadows of the peoples of black-eyed peas and maybe the lentils and brush it to roll the fabrication, the materialistic to the healing of the holistic reminders and the remedies and remorseful. Yo, enforce it to be easily enforced.